Hey, today we're back out in the warehouse for Shoeders RV and Marine, and we're looking at a Crestliner 1850 Fishhawk in the Midnight Edition. This is a sweet looking rig. It's got the grayed out scheme with the Midnight Edition. We'll talk about a little bit about what those Midnight features are, but this is a cool boat and we'll go through some of the features. Again, one of the things that I really like about the Fishhawk is this generous back deck. They've done a really good job in the design of this over the years and got it to a point where it's super functional. I do like this that they added last year, and you'll see it again on this new model this year, is the double cup holder and tool holders. It's got a place for your pliers. It's got a place for different fishing baits and maybe extra items that you might have here. A scale, you know, a lot of times when we're tournament fishing, we'll put our Bubba scale here, or Rapala scale here. You got areas for a couple of drinks and you got tools. So a really nice little added setup right here for that. Again, you have Crestliner's big plastic deep live well. This is a fantastic live well. It's got recirculation pump in it as well. This one is lit with LED lighting as well. So really a fantastic live well. Keeps the fish alive. We've had big bags of tournament fish and they're as feisty at the end of the day as when we put them in there, even if it was the beginning of the day. So it does a real good job of handling your fish and keeping them fresh and plenty big. And then of course it's got the jump seats. We've talked about this before with the Fishhawk, but this is really nice because you get the hard deck on top, the durable fishing platform. One of the cool things with all these Fishhawk boats with these features like these jump seats and the grab rails in the side of the boat and all the cup holders. It's really a versatile boat. So while it's got the Fishhawk name and it's got magnificent fishing features throughout, it really gives you that family component by having you be able to put these extra seats in. This one even has the pole back here for the ski pylon for actually towing skiers. And the Crestliner ski pylon will go up above the motor and allow you to tube or ski behind it. But to be able to have this fishing rig all decked out with things that really make fishing a comfort, and then to have the added component of the family fun really makes it versatile. Like you can have everything, all your fishing gear stowed away in this boat and see none of it while you're out here enjoying time with your family. And then just as quickly you can flip these seats down, and as soon as the family's out maybe and you're out there fishing, you're back and got all your gear in your boat. So it really is a versatile package worth considering. There's also a generous storage rail on this side of the boat. Allows room for, it's got 3 tubes up there for rod storage or any other storage that you want to put in the side of the boat. It's also got room to run the rod tips up underneath the front console up in there so that you can, you know, a passenger or a co-angler can get their rods set up over here as well. This Fishhawk has the vinyl flooring too in the cockpit area, if you will, and then it's got the carpeted decks in the front and then in the back. And again, that vinyl I think really gives you the versatility and practicality of having a floor that you're not worried about spilling something on, because this is where maybe the lunch is happening or you're feeding people or having a drink. It's happening here. So you don't have to worry about this floor. You can power wash things out of it real easily. Here we are at the driver's console, and all Fishhawks have a really ergonomically considered console setup here where they've got adjustable seating. These nice bucket seats slide back and forth again, and they've got the tilt steering on them. Everything is laid out nicely. This particular 1850 has got the Boss stereo system here on the left. It's got some cigarette lighter and 12-volt adapter power right here. It's got a nice little phone holder on the side here that clips up and down. I'll get a close-up of this for you here, but this is pretty cool to be able to have your phone nice and secure right here at the helm. That's not an option you see on a lot of boats. So cool phone holder. The gauges for the RPM and the speedometer and the fuel and trim are all over here next to the fuse panel. They've gone away from the toggle switches in this model and have push button controls for the power, auxiliary power of the boat, the nav lights, the bilge, the live well recirculation setup, and the interior lights. It's got some LED interior lights and the horn, all push button instead of some of the other standard toggle switches you see here. And it's got the walk-through windshield on the front. We'll get a bigger panoramic view of that thing and maybe a little of the operation of it. But what you want the walk-through windshield for, obviously, is protection, right? And so bad weather, for one, if it's raining and you're running down the lake, and any other boat, that can be a nightmare. But when you've got a walk-through windshield, you can really cover up from the elements, from the wind, from the rain, and also from quartering waves. Most boats don't have a ton of protection. When you quarter a wave, and by quarter it, I mean you're going, instead of going straight, you're slightly going at an angle into the waves. And if you hit those right when you quarter a wave, you can catch some spray, and especially if it's windy, you're going to catch some spray, and you can take that right in the mouth, right in the face. And with one of these walk-through windshields like this, they've curled it around the console, so you've got this quarter protection with a walk-through windshield that you don't have in any other boat. So this will be the driest ride you probably ever have if you're not used to a boat with a walk-through windshield. This particular one is very stable and sturdy on this super sturdy console that they make in these Crestliners. These things are for real. They give you a lot of room for your electronics. On this one, they've already pre-drilled and have a trim on the hole that comes through for your wiring. And they also produce a good dash mount for you with reinforcement underneath the dash so that you can mount electronics right here in front of you and are protected from the elements, and plenty of room to get a good sized unit on the dash. This model also has hydraulic steering. You'll see the setup up here for it, so it's going to turn very easily. Underneath, they've also thought well, and on both sides of the boat, they've given us some drawer space for tackle. This is a really nice tackle storage system. Of course, you can put anything in here, but if you're an angler, I put all my soft plastic baits and all my tournament tackle in like travel bags and angler bags, and they fit very neatly and nicely in these drawers. I'll keep my, like I said, terminal tackle and hard baits on one side, and then I'll keep my soft plastics on the other, and the drawer system keeps things just really organized super well. And so equal comfort over here on the passenger side. They've got the same great bucket seat. They've got plenty of leg space. I'm 6'3", 225 pounds, and I fit in here nicely. I've got protection on this side as well from my walk-through windshield. And because I've got a console over here, they've got a magnificent glove compartment here that's got that same vinyl that the flooring has all the way back. I mean, my arm is all the way up under here. So there is about major storage considerations in the glove box itself for your items that you want to keep really protected. And then it's got some storage up under here at the mid-level on it for clothing, rain gear, whatever that you want to put, life jackets up under there. And then on this side too, they also have the drawer storage, which is super nice on these units. So in this boat, they've got 3 seats in it. You see they've got the 3 nice bucket seats. This one's getting sold with them. You can take that bucket seat in the back, and that can go in either of those rear slots, or you can put it up in the front slot up here, and then you can got fishing room in any one of those positions. This one also comes with the butt seat and a pole that is usually the leaner seat is put in this front peg, and you can lean on it as you operating the trolling motor from here, and typically looking at your electronics, which are up here, and your trolling motor is going to run off of that side of the front of the boat. That elevated setup in the front of a fish hawk is really nice to have that trolling motor up and to have your electronics up closer where you can see them. And they give you your cup holder there as you're cruising around looking for fish. It's got the trolling motor power plug, and then it also has a tilt and trim tow switch right here, which is really nice when you're up in front of the boat and you're fishing and you're trolling along, and all of a sudden, the big motor is tilted down, and maybe you're getting shallow, or maybe you bump a stump or something. You can tow switch up with that switch right there and raise the tilt and trim of the boat. On the business end of this fish hawk, there's a 175 Mercury Pro XS. The Pro XS gives you some tuned up performance in the engine, as well as some hydrodynamic improvement in the shape of the lower unit. This is an industry best 4-stroke performance motor, in my opinion. Hey, this fish hawk, this 1850 fish hawk also comes with Crestliner's custom trailering cover. And it's custom, it's got a J hook, it hooks right into the rail on the boat. There's a channel all the way up the side of the boat. There's a channel that runs all the way up the side of the boat that this custom cover hooks into, so it's a legitimate 60-mile-an-hour trailering cover, unlike a lot of other covers on the market. Even some of the highest end boats have the junkiest covers. Crestliner solved that problem. It fits tight, it fits clean, and it's easy to put on. So that's it, the Crestliner 1850 Fish Hawk Midnight Edition. It's a very cool boat. It's going to give you both family and fishing. It's premium features in both. It's an excellent boat to get you and the family out on the water.